Former world champion from Velika Demerka, Ukraine, Viktor the Iceman Postol! He is a 2012 U.S. Olympian, making his 4th world title defense from Avenal and proudly representing California's Central Valley. He is the reigning, defending WBC, WBO Junior Welterweight Champion of the World, José Ramírez!
José Ramírez entered the bout as one of boxing's brightest unified champions, blending relentless pressure with the heart of a true warrior.
Stunned and he's in trouble. Real trouble. Ramirez puts him down.
Undefeated and holding both the WBC and WBO Junior Welterweight titles, he had proven his championship pedigree with decisive wins over Maurice Hooker and other top contenders.
Hooker stays. Hooker is but it's over. That fast, it's over. José Ramirez has ended it.
Facing the crafty veteran Viktor Postol, he aimed to silence any doubts about his place at the top and move one step closer to undisputed glory in the 140-pound division.
Heard. What will we hear early on between these two?
And somewhat jittery. You know, he's always bouncing on his...
You know, every time Ramirez gets close, you're going to see.
Ramirez wants to close that gap like that.
These first 6 rounds are where Postol really wants to live. This is where he's got...
You know, right now I'm real surprised that Ramirez has already worked. Postol is very uncomfortable when he's being pressed. Like I told you guys, he doesn't have to live.
Had success with the left hook moments ago. Short right hand on the inside as well. Back to range in the jab of Josh Taylor and Terrence Crawford. Going the distance with both. End of 1.
Own plan and also his own workout. And Freddie Roach was like, okay. I'm like, wait, I'm willing to follow this. That blew my mind listening to that. Robert Garcia. You know, Robert Garcia has shown him how to move his head from side to side. How to use it.
Well, that is the right game plan on paper. That's the right game plan in theory, but you got to walk through the fire that Ramirez is bringing with those punches. And, you know, it is fire. Those are heavy shots that are landing when they do land. And Freddie can't help Viktor Postol in that.
Dug with that angle. Back to the jab for Postol. Both fighters landed 9 punches.
Somewhat unseen. His will, his desire, and his conditioning. And it's hard to measure those kind of things. Typically, you look for, you know, a specific punch, or, you know, this guy has a good jab.
Devastating left hook that caved in Maurice Hooker. And that is how he became a unified champion. But it has been the long layoff.
You know, he's found his range with his jab, coming behind it with some combinations about 15 seconds ago. Ramirez looks a little...
I think Ramirez is just taking a breather. And I think he's trying to bring Postol to him. He wants Postol.
Short chopping right hand. Then backs him up with a jab of his own.
Been hit by some hard punchers in his division, and he ate these shots, and he came back with his own.
That long left hand, but the right hand he wants to see straight as an arrow, right down the middle.
Inside that jab, he said it's not going to be easy because Postol's being very effective, but I told Jose
against that jab, and then he took the angle to the left and did indeed dig to that.
You see it starting to come back a little slower than earlier in the fight. It's a tad bit slower.
Bud Crawford, there have only been 4 men in the 4-belt era.
Not, fellas, Postol wants to win this fight, but the reality is that even if he looks good and loses this fight, he lives to fight another.
Really calculated fight tonight. Cut off the ring on Postol. Cut the ring off, dig down to the body, punch where he thinks he's gonna move to. Set him up, use feints, change. Dre, you gotta be kidding me. You saying that Postol's not winning this fight right now? Are you kidding me? He's clearly outboxing Ramirez. He's hit Ramirez.
I was pleased and surprised with how quickly Ramirez came out in the first 4 rounds in this fight. I expected Postol.
3-punch combination from Postol, just touching him.
What did Ramirez land? What did I think he's being honest with this fighter, and he's telling him he's not just sitting in front waiting. Again, that right hand is available for Ramirez.
Short shot, left hand from the champ. Now he's coming after him. It's a short left hand on the inside from Ramirez that gave him an opportunity. One offensive surge. And now a jab that's effective, snapping back the head.
He is again, the body shot test.
Sweeping across with that left hand, trying to get something going, trying to close the gap against Postol.
Good shot from Postol.
Sure was. Right hand came behind the jab. Very entertaining 7th round here in Vegas. Nice.
Don't like the punches downstairs.
Oh, and there's a left hand right to the belt line. Round 8. Unified World Championship on the line, and there's another shot by Ramirez as he hits the gas pedal.
Ramirez, you do not want to motivate him. If he even sees that he hurt you, that's confidence building, and he's going to keep that night long.
That's why I like the way Ramirez came out in the first 3 or 4 rounds, because he never gave Postol even a.
Things have clearly changed.
Viktor Postol. You see that jab that's taught, piling up points, and he's trying to line up a right hand. Very difficult to deal with. You see Ramirez dealing with more right hands than left hooks, and even body shots like you just saw right there off of the jab, because contrary to what Tim.
Right now here, clearly, Postol is comfortable
in order to get inside, just based on his style and the way he goes about his craft. That starts to add up over time. Even sparring sessions. You know, Ramirez has been
trying to chase him down, trying to cut off the ring, got spun around. Postol was waiting. Short left hand from Ramirez.
That Ramirez needs these 2 rounds. I believe this fight is very, very close.
123 to 118 connect advantage for Ramirez. Jab output from Postol. He's landed
more than just a jab. I think you should get more credibility.
Well, of course.
Power shots.
Effective punching. Clean, effective
forward.
punching.
And usually when guys dictate the pace and come forward, typically they win these fights.
A little bit of loose tape around that left wrist of Postol. There's the 1-2 that Freddie Roach, and again, wants to see.
I don't understand.
He wanted to
let the referee do his job.
In the corner, who just cut the tape with his teeth.
You know, testing Postol is, you know, smart like I think he is. I think it's the perfect.
Those can be swing rounds. You never know how a judge is going to score rounds that are close, where one guy comes on early and another guy closes the show. And so does Ramirez.
Let's see if Ramirez can get this 12th
the last,
round.
You know, X amount of months with several postponements and long, you know, just Jose Ramirez pay for every mistake that he makes.
And there's the 1-2 from Postol, and then touches him with the left hand again. Time to let loose. There's the clap. Here's the stretch run.
In front. Go.
I think, wow. I mean, looking back at Taylor's fight, Josh Taylor, because I wanted to compare the two tonight. This time around with watching Ramirez, Ramirez started kind of early, faded a little bit towards the middle, picked it up on the back end. You know, he was taking a lot of punches, the 1-2 in particular. I thought that he could have did a little bit more. I think that he could have been a little bit more aggressive. You know, Robert Garcia was calling for more offense from him.
It happens, you know, and it's been a long time since I've been in the ring. There's been a lot of things that are happened to have happened in my personal life, so it's been such a long training camp. You know, I think I just wanted to go through the routine instead of like, no, it's time for me to fight.
For your winner by majority decision, and still WBC, WBO Junior Welterweight Champion of the World, José Ramirez.